Dímelo, dímelo, Dominican York. ¿Cómo están, mi gente? How are you, my brothers and sisters, my family? Good to see you again. I just wanted to get back on the channel and talk to you guys. I miss you guys. Mira, I like to get straight into it. You know how we do in the channel. Scent of the morning, Fahrenheit Le Parfum. Now, a lot of you know, and I hate to bring it up so often, I'm 50 years old as of 2025. I grew up on Fahrenheit. Smelled everywhere in Washington Heights. Anyway, I was just bugging because the computer was giving me a signal like, it's going under a lot of pressure. It's this program. Because I know my computer is 32 and I souped it up. It's running good. Pero, I couldn't see the spray. Vamos a verlo otra vez. Aggressive, off curtain, a lot of juice. This is an indulgent fragrance, and it really, it barely holds a candle to the OG, which I have to get again. I haven't had it and smelled it in so long. It's been decades. I kind of just, let it go by the wayside because it was a very particular scent. It's a very strong, or at least the OG formulation. I don't know about nowadays. I would imagine nowadays it's still very strong. Very polarizing fragrance with that violet leaf, giving off that, what people say is a gasoline note. I didn't necessarily get gasoline, but I could understand why they associate that with that gasoline note. Now, believe it or not, my wife was a fueler in the military. I was a truck driver. She was a fueler. So we have experience smelling gasoline or JP8 or whatever it is, diesel, up close and personal. Sometimes even on your personnel, on your clothing and stuff. You know what I mean? Things happen. But this guy right here, my goodness. My scent of the morning. Now, I did do a little Art of Arabia 3 on the back of the neck, literally right after. And right before I did this for the scent of the morning, I had sprayed a quick Grand Soir on my arm because the bottle fell down as I was moving stuff, and I wanted to make sure the atomizer worked, right? It smells so different up close. It smells more refined up close. In the air, and what I usually get, and I first had this in the summertime, it's so thick and syrupy that the cold is really giving it or taming it to a point that makes it so much more enjoyable. So there are a lot of fragrances that are very situational, even though I go by mood and not always by environment. Environment is that second factor. First factor is mood and me. What do I want to feel like? What do I want to smell like? Then my environment. What do my environment factors dictate my fragrance is going to behave like? That's kind of what I'm thinking about. Lastly, and this is like a Kaleidoscope Scent Index short yesterday. Thirdly is when I think about how I am affecting my environment or the people around me. So that's how I kind of count or know in my head. I'm going to go light with the sprays today. I'm going to go heavy with the sprays today. I'm going to go normal with the sprays today. You know what I mean? Or I'm going to spray here, or I'm going to spray here, or I'm going to definitely spray here, but not here. That stuff changes, my brothers and sisters. An educated fragrance connoisseur will know how to affect his environment effectively. Don't it's so much better than I thought at first, okay? At first, I thought it was great, but I didn't get how beautiful it could be until now in this really colder weather. It's in the 40s today, probably 50s right now. But let me put you guys on Fragrantica so you can see what I'm looking at. Vanilla, ozonic are the first two top notes. I get a lot of that. Soft, spicy. There's that soft again. Up until yesterday, I don't know that I'd ever remember reading soft, spicy. But there it is. Soft, spicy, rum, aquatic are the next couple of chords. Then leather, powdery, sweet. That's a lot of what I get. then musky citrus. I don't really get a lot of citrus, but I mean, up close, I barely almost got it. This is an interesting fragrance. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are not used to smelling a lot of different things, this may be one that's a little challenging. I think it's a little dense. The way it comes across is, and I think that's why Fahrenheit was so polarizing. The way it originally comes across can be very impactful on your nostrils. It's very bam, like, you just went from side A to side B. You just flipped the record to the other side. And now we're on the B side. And you're like, or, on the A side. And you're like, what the hell is this? I haven't heard this before. I haven't smelled this before. And you haven't. With Fahrenheit, I had it. That was totally different. Changed my scent experience forever, right? That was in the 80s. Once you smell it, you'll never forget it. You'll never forget it. So if you haven't put your nose on the OG Fahrenheit, go ahead and do it. But this guy, again, now that sweetness is coming up that I pick up immediately in the air. It's almost not even sweet, that first wave. It's almost like just shocking. Shockingly dense and syrupy with this one. Again, I don't have the OG, so I need to get a reformulated version of the OG. But I remember those original bottles, man, and you'd smell it everywhere in the club, the tunnel, Palladium, you name it, wherever we were going, man. We were smelling Dior Fahrenheit, bro. We were smelling Dior Fahrenheit, the OG. I'm telling you. And I'm pretty sure that was everywhere. Wherever you were, wherever you grew up in the country or in the world, right? It's a global brand. So anyway, back to Dior. If you guys are into something that you're not going to smell on everybody, that's a little bit harder to find sometimes, a little bit off the beaten path, but something that's going to, again, affect your area in a very, very beautiful way. I haven't received a compliment on this, but I haven't really worn this to an environment where I was going to be affecting people. So I will do that soon. This blooming and blossoming in this weather, definitely going to do that soon. Wear this out and about, and then get back with you guys. I will. You guys have a blessed morning. Que te bendiga. Peace.